Hi, this is Miss Scrapmess. I'm here with a tutorial for MB Treasurista. Missy recently got a magic stamp added to her website, and I will show you a few tips and tricks to how to use it. The idea with the magic stamp is that you heat it with your heating tool and then press it against some material with textures, sort of like linen, or here I'm starting with a chain. I've also got some embossing folders, some coins and beads, just to see the different texture. Then you use it as a regular stamp, and when you're done you clean it, you reheat it, and it will go back to the shape, to its original shape. But I'll show you that in a minute. So here I'm heating the magic stamp with my embossing tool. As I push my fingers in the stamp, can you see how it leaves the fingerprints? That's what it will do with the texture you choose to use. And you see when I reheat it again, it goes back to its original shape. Here I have some change which I've prepared, and I'm pushing the stamp in it, giving it a good pressure. And the ink I'm using here is the Iron Jack dye ink from Rangers in espresso. I am tapping the stamp gently like I would with a normal clear stamp or red rubber stamp, and I'm trying to get all the areas covered. It's the same again when I'm pressing it against the paper. I'm trying to get it a good amount of pressure and an even pressure throughout the stamps. I'll show you a close-up of all the stamped images in the end. But you see, that's how it comes out, and now I'm only cleaning it with baby wipes. Again, as I would with my normal stamps. So let's reheat it, and we will try some other textures, and for the sake of the time of the video I will fast forward some bits and pieces. I'm quite pleased with how the texture of the chain came out, but I want to try and see the difference between the amount of pressure I put in. I don't want to bore you with having to watch me clean and reheat the stamp every time, so just remember that between every pressure I've cleaned it with baby wipes and reheated it. So let's try beads here to see what kind of background that creates. And now I'm trying a lighter color, a Iron Jack Juniper. But it doesn't turn out so well, so I'll end up going back to the espresso color. That's better. So let's try coin, shall we? I'm trying to make a pile and then gently press the stamp into it. And as I'm tapping it with the ink pad, I realized that it might be better to just stroke the ink pad over the stamp. And the impression came out much better. New texture, this time it's rice, normal cooking rice that you can find in any supermarket. And as you see, as instead of tapping the ink pad and stroking it, you get a much smoother surface, and it takes less time preparing your stamp. I'm also giving it a go with the Tim Holtz embossing folders. Here I'm using the pocket watch. Both the embossed side and the reverse side, just to see the different effects. I will also try the damask embossing folder. Noteworthy could be that as it is backwards, the clock, one of the sides of the clock came out mirrored, so it turned out backwards. But the damask embossing folder was great, and I love the impression it made. It's a very soft stamped area, so it looks a bit like lace on the paper. I couldn't resist trying the effect to use a crafter's workshop stencil, and here is the mini antiques, and I started with the keys but it took quite well, so I took the larger areas as well with both script and keys. You need to add a bit more pressure than if you using coins or beads, of course. And I'm also trying out mini travel with the clocks, and it was surprisingly well. I really like the effect. So get a magic stamp at mbtreasurista.com. It's really versatile and super inexpensive. Here is the close-up of the backgrounds with the beads and the coins. You can see it takes really well. The rice turned out really cool. I love the effect of the chains. Here is my 3 examples where I press really hard, and this one is a really light pressure and also a bit too little of ink. Here is with the embossing folders, the reverse and the embossed side. And here's the effect with Crafter's Workshop's stencils. As you can see, I really like the effect of that. Thank you very much for watching, and check out the blog for more inspiration. Bye!